Welcome to the Past Shutter channel, where we explore rare historical moments and the stories behind them. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more videos like this one. Johnny Carson exposed 25 Golden Age stars who were actually criminals. Number 25. Robert Mitchum. Robert Mitchum's 1948 arrest for marijuana possession shocked Hollywood and nearly destroyed his career at RKO. According to police records, Mitchum was caught at a cottage on Ridpath Drive with actress Leela Leeds and two others, smoking marijuana in what officers described as a reefer party. The actor served 50 days in jail on a chain gang, with Johnny Carson later joking on air that Mitchum was Hollywood's first method actor who prepared for prison roles by actually going to prison. Mitchum's criminal record became part of his rebellious image, though the arrest was likely a setup orchestrated by jealous studio rivals. Number 24. Lana Turner. Lana Turner's involvement in the stabbing death of her boyfriend Johnny Stompanato in 1958 made her a tabloid sensation and potential murder suspect. According to police reports, Turner's 14-year-old daughter Cheryl Crane stabbed the mobster to death in Turner's Beverly Hills home, claiming she was protecting her mother from his violent threats. The inquest ruled it justifiable homicide, but investigators privately questioned whether Turner herself had wielded the knife and blamed her daughter to avoid prison. Johnny Carson reportedly told his writers that Turner's performance at the inquest was her best acting work, with the case remaining one of Hollywood's most suspicious death investigations. Number 23. Paul Kelly. Actor Paul Kelly served 2 years in San Quentin prison for manslaughter after beating his friend Ray Raymond to death in 1927 during a fight over Kelly's affair with Raymond's wife. According to court records, Kelly and actress Dorothy Mackay had been having an affair, and when Raymond confronted them, Kelly struck him repeatedly, causing injuries that led to his death. Kelly married Mackay after his release and rebuilt his career playing tough guys, with his real-life criminal violence lending authenticity to his screen roles that few actors could match. Number 22. Gig Young. Gig Young's life ended in murder-suicide in 1978 when the Oscar-winning actor shot his wife of 3 weeks, Kim Schmidt, before turning the gun on himself in their New York apartment. According to police investigation, Young had a history of alcohol abuse and violent behavior, with previous wives reporting his threatening conduct. While the murder occurred after the Golden Age, Young's career in the 1950s and 60s had been marked by arrests for drunk driving and domestic disturbance calls that studios successfully suppressed, making him a criminal long before the final violent act. Number 21. Franchot Tone. Franchot Tone's brutal 1951 beating by actor Tom Neal over actress Barbara Payton left Tone hospitalized with a fractured cheekbone and broken nose. According to witnesses, Neal attacked Tone outside Payton's apartment in a jealous rage, with the fight so savage that Tone required extensive reconstructive surgery. While Neal was the aggressor, Tone had his own criminal history of bar fights, an S that MGM had covered up during his marriage to Joan Crawford. The incident exposed Hollywood's violent underbelly, with both actors having criminal records for that studios had managed to keep from the public. Number 20. Tom Neal. Tom Neal's violent nature culminated in his 1965 conviction for involuntary manslaughter after shooting his wife Gail in the back of the head at their Palm Springs home. According to trial testimony, Neal claimed the gun discharged accidentally, but prosecutors presented evidence of his history of violence, including the 1951 beating of Franchot Tone. Neal served 6 years in prison, with investigators believing his wife's death was likely murder rather than the accident he claimed, making the B-movie actor one of Golden Age Hollywood's few convicted killers. Number 19. Busby Berkeley. Legendary choreographer Busby Berkeley was charged with second-degree murder in 1935 after a drunk driving accident killed 3 people on the Pacific Coast Highway. According to accident reports, Berkeley's car crossed into oncoming traffic, causing a multi-vehicle collision that killed 3 and injured several others. Berkeley stood trial 3 times, with the first 2 ending in hung juries before his final acquittal, though witnesses testified he was visibly intoxicated at the scene. Warner Brothers spent enormous sums on his defense, with the studio more concerned about losing their top musical director than about his victims. Before moving to the next one, let us know in the comments which Hollywood star shocked you the most, and smash that like button if you want more spicy videos like this one. Number 18. John Huston. Director John Huston killed a pedestrian in a hit-and-run accident in 1933, fleeing the scene before later turning himself in to authorities. According to police reports, Huston struck actress and dancer Tosca Rulian on the Sunset Strip, with witnesses reporting he briefly stopped before driving away. Warner Brothers' powerful fixers arranged for the case to be quietly dismissed, with Huston facing no charges despite clear evidence of his guilt. The incident was buried so thoroughly that it didn't emerge publicly until decades after Huston's death, revealing the studio system's power to make criminal charges disappear. Number 17. Matthew Broderick. Though primarily a 1980s star, Matthew Broderick's 1987 car crash in Northern Ireland killed 2 women when he drove on the wrong side of the road. According to police reports, Broderick was driving with then-girlfriend Jennifer Gray when his car collided head-on with another vehicle, killing a mother and daughter instantly. Broderick was charged with causing death by dangerous driving, but was later convicted only of careless driving, receiving a $175 fine that outraged the victim's family. The leniency shown to the American movie star sparked international controversy about celebrity justice. Number 16. Rebecca Schieffer. Rebecca Schieffer wasn't a criminal but a victim. However, her murderer Robert John Bardo's 1989 shooting of the young actress at her Los Angeles apartment exposed Hollywood's vulnerability to obsessed fans. According to trial testimony, Bardo had stalked Schieffer for years before shooting her when she answered her door. While not a Golden Age star, the case led to California's first anti-stalking laws and revealed how the studio system had once protected stars from similar threats through private security that the modern industry had abandoned. Number 15. Fatty Arbuckle. Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle was charged with manslaughter and assault after actress Virginia Rapp died following his 1921 hotel party in San Francisco. According to prosecution claims, Arbuckle sexually ed Rapp, causing internal injuries that led to her death from peritonitis days later. Arbuckle was tried 3 times, ultimately acquitted with the jury issuing a written apology, but the scandal destroyed his career and reputation. Modern historians largely believe Arbuckle was innocent, framed by ambitious prosecutors and tabloid press, making him a victim of false criminal charges rather than an actual criminal. Number 14. Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow wasn't charged criminally, but his 1982 death during the filming of Twilight Zone, the movie, led to criminal charges against director John Landis and others. According to the investigation, Morrow and 2 child actors were killed when a helicopter crashed during an illegal nighttime scene, with prosecutors charging Landis with involuntary manslaughter for reckless conduct. While the defendants were acquitted, the incident exposed criminal violations of child labor laws and safety regulations, making it Hollywood's most notorious case of criminal negligence in pursuit of a shot. Number 13. Don Simpson. Producer Don Simpson's death in 1996 from a drug overdose came after years of criminal drug abuse and prescription fraud that authorities had failed to prosecute. According to the coroner's report, Simpson had massive amounts of cocaine and numerous prescription drugs in his system, with investigators finding over 2,000 pills in his home. Simpson had effectively been operating a criminal enterprise, using multiple doctors to obtain prescriptions illegally, but his wealth and Hollywood connections prevented criminal charges during his lifetime, despite clear evidence of fraud and drug trafficking. Number 12. Stompanato's killer Cheryl Crane. Cheryl Crane, Lana Turner's daughter, stabbed mobster Johnny Stompanato to death in 1958 at age 14, with the killing ruled justifiable homicide. According to her testimony, Crane grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed Stompanato during a violent argument where he threatened to kill her mother. While legally cleared, Crane later wrote in her autobiography that the incident haunted her entire life, with persistent rumors that her mother had actually committed the killing, and Crane took the blame because she was a juvenile. The case remains one of Hollywood's most controversial homicides, with the truth possibly buried to protect Turner's career. Number 11. Jerry Lee Lewis. Rock and roll pioneer Jerry Lee Lewis's criminal behavior included marrying his 13-year-old cousin Myra Gale Brown in 1957, destroying his career when the marriage became public. According to marriage records, Lewis married Brown when she was still a child, with the union illegal in most states and morally repugnant to his audience. While technically legal in some jurisdictions, Lewis's predatory relationship constituted statutory assault in most places, making him a criminal whose offense was disguised as marriage. His British tour was cancelled when reporters discovered Brown's age, effectively ending his mainstream career. Number 10. Francis Farmer. Francis Farmer was arrested multiple times in the 1940s for drunk and disorderly conduct. with her most infamous arrest occurring in 1942 when she allegedly told the judge, "I'm going to fuck you and fuck this court." According to police records, Farmer's mental illness and alcoholism led to multiple criminal charges, with her behavior in court resulting in her being forcibly committed to psychiatric institutions. While Farmer's crimes were relatively minor, her treatment by the legal and medical systems became legendary, with the actress subjected to horrific abuse, including possible involuntary lobotomy during her institutionalization. Number 9. Phil Spector. Music producer Phil Spector's 2009 conviction for the 2003 murder of actress Lana Clarkson revealed decades of criminal violence against women. According to trial testimony, Spector shot Clarkson in the mouth at his mansion, with witnesses reporting he had a history of pulling guns on women who tried to leave his presence. Spector's criminal pattern included multiple incidents where he held women hostage at gunpoint, with his wealth and fame protecting him from prosecution until Clarkson's death finally resulted in justice. He died in prison in 2021, a convicted murderer whose crimes had been enabled by Hollywood's tolerance of abusive, powerful men. Number 8. Roman Polanski. Director Roman Polanski fled the United States in 1978 after pleading guilty to unlawful sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old girl at Jack Nicholson's house. According to court records, Polanski drugged and assaulted the child during a supposed photo shoot, with prosecutors initially charging him with multiple felonies before the plea bargain. Polanski remains a fugitive from U.S. justice, living in Europe where he continued making films despite being a convicted sex offender and admitted child rapist. His case became one of Hollywood's greatest shames, with industry figures defending and honoring a criminal who assaulted a child. Number 7. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn was charged with statutory assault in 1942 after 2 teenage girls accused him of sexual at separate incidents. According to trial testimony, Flynn had inappropriate sexual contact with girls under California's age of consent, with witnesses describing his pattern of pursuing very young women. Flynn was acquitted after his attorney successfully attacked the girls' credibility, but the trial exposed Flynn's criminal behavior with minors that Warner Brothers had covered up for years. The phrase "in like Flynn" originated from his reputation for easy sexual conquests, though many of these conquests were legally children. Number 6. Claudine Longet. Singer Claudine Longet shot and killed her boyfriend, Olympic skier Spider Savage, in 1976 at their Aspen home, claiming the gun accidentally discharged. According to investigators, the forensic evidence contradicted Longet's story, with the bullet's trajectory suggesting she aimed and fired deliberately. Longet was convicted only of criminally negligent homicide and served just 30 days in jail, with her celebrity status and expensive legal team ensuring minimal consequences for killing Savage. The case became infamous for demonstrating how the wealthy and famous could literally get away with murder. Number 5. O.J. Simpson, former actor and football star O.J. Simpson was acquitted of murdering his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman in 1995, but later found liable in civil court. According to the criminal trial evidence, Simpson's history of domestic violence against Nicole and forensic evidence strongly suggested his guilt, though the jury acquitted him after his defense team exposed police misconduct. Simpson was later imprisoned for armed robbery in Las Vegas, finally serving time for criminal behavior that many believed should have included the 1994 murders. His case exposed racial divisions and celebrity justice in America. Number 4. Robert Blake. Actor Robert Blake was charged with murdering his wife Bonnie Lee Backley in 2001, shot while sitting in Blake's car outside a Los Angeles restaurant. According to prosecutors, Blake had solicited multiple people to kill Backley, whom he'd been forced to marry after DNA proved he fathered her child. Blake was acquitted in criminal court but found liable in civil court, with the jury awarding Backley's family $30 million in damages. Most legal observers believed Blake literally got away with murder, with the case demonstrating how celebrity defendants could escape criminal conviction despite overwhelming evidence, making Blake's inclusion on Johnny Carson's hypothetical list particularly appropriate, as Carson himself had expressed private doubts about Blake's innocence years before the murder. Number 3. Roscoe Arbuckle's accuser. While Arbuckle was the accused, his accuser Maud Delmont had an extensive criminal record that prosecutors hid from the public. According to police records, Delmont was a known con artist and extortionist with multiple arrests for fraud, blackmail, and running confidence schemes targeting wealthy men. Prosecutors refused to put Delmont on the stand because her criminal history would have destroyed the case. Yet her accusations in the press convicted Arbuckle in public opinion. The real criminal in the Arbuckle case may have been Delmont herself, who possibly saw Rapp's death as an opportunity to extort money from a wealthy movie star. Number 2. Charles Chaplin. Charles Chaplin was prosecuted under the Mann Act in 1944 for allegedly transporting actress Joan Barry across state lines for immoral purposes. According to FBI records, Chaplin had a pattern of relationships with very young women that bordered on or crossed into illegal territory, with Barry just one of several teenage girls he'd been involved with. Though acquitted of the Mann Act charges, Chaplin was found liable in a paternity suit despite blood tests proving he wasn't the father, suggesting the court punished him for his general criminal behavior toward young women. The FBI's extensive file on Chaplin documented years of potentially criminal conduct that his wealth and fame had previously protected him from prosecution for. Number 1. William Desmond Taylor. Director William Desmond Taylor's 1922 murder remains Hollywood's greatest unsolved mystery. But the investigation exposed Taylor himself as a criminal who had abandoned his first family and assumed a false identity. According to police records discovered after his death, Taylor was actually William Cunningham Dean Tanner, who had deserted his wife and daughter in New York in 1908, committing criminal abandonment and possibly embezzlement from his employer. Taylor reinvented himself in Hollywood under a fake name, with detectives finding evidence he'd been blackmailed for years over his true identity and criminal past. The murder investigation revealed Taylor had multiple romantic relationships with much younger actresses, including Mary Miles Minter, who was a teenager when their affair began, suggesting possible statutory assault that would have been criminal.